Hello, everybody. I'm LaKisha here. Welcome on this. Can you believe it's Tuesday already? Feels like it's Monday. But anyway, welcome. Hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful 4th of July weekend. Hey, Experience Fancy. Excuse me. Welcome. I'm LaKisha. I blog and I scoop about my faith and my weight loss journey. And for those on the replay, hey Hilton to you, welcome and thank you for joining. Hey Janice, hey, thank you. So I wanted to share how I lost 81.2 pounds and counting. Yay! Praise God. That's my latest update. If you follow me, you know that. How you doing, Janice? At the end of each month, hey, thank you for inviting followers. Yes, if you enjoy the content, tap hearts. Thank you so much, Kim. And if you enjoy the content and you think that there's some other people that's within your followers that would appreciate this content, please share it with them. I appreciate it. So I wanted to share about Yes, She Can and She Will. Welcome. I like that name. And I wanted to share progress. So at the end of each month, I share a blog post at sharemyworldshow.com. Subscribe, comment, and share, please, on my blog. Hey, A Gold, and I'm sharing my June 2016 weight loss update. So I lost 81.2 pounds, but it's not just about the pounds. If you follow me, you know that it's not just about the pounds. I share what I call scale victories, which is the pounds, right? But also share non-scale victories, which is about everything that is not just, totally related to the scale. So I'm not going to go into details about all of those things, but I wanted to share how I got to this place because people are always asking me, how did you lose the weight? What's going on? What did you do? So today actually is a very important day in my life. Hey, Magpiz, welcome. Today is my father's birthday. My father passed 26 years ago, and I thought it was fitting that I was able to actually do this particular post about how I lost the weight, honoring his legacy, honoring him, and sharing his story with you guys because it's all related. So one of the first things that I had to do in terms of to lose the weight. So what do you think I had to do to lose the weight? Tell me some of your thoughts. Because when you hear people say that they lose the weight, right? And I lost 81.2 pounds. If you follow me, I started at 280. Eat healthy. Okay. Change mindset. Okay. Those are good things. Yes. Anybody else want to share some things that they think I did to lose the weight? Exercise. Okay. Yes. People exercise. Yes. People, we have those basic things. So you talked about changing mindset. You talked about exercise. You talked about eating healthy. Those are some good things, right? Well, I tell you that I struggled with losing weight. Hold yourself accountable. Nutrition. Good things. Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing these things. These are all good things. So for me, like I said, prayer. Okay, very good. But I struggled with losing the weight for years. Like I said, my father passed of cancer in 1990, May of 1990. And really for most of my adult life, I struggled with weight. Didn't really know the depths of why. I just thought it was, because the world will make you feel lazy, dumb, not a failure, particularly with the weight loss. Because what do they say? Just eat right and move more. Right? That's what people tell you. But I knew for me, I don't know. I mean, I did Weight Watchers. I did other diets. I did other things. It's emotional. See, now you're getting somewhere, Magpiz. What's your real name? So I could, conversate with you. So the thing is that many times for us, people, Gail, thank you, beautiful, that for people who struggle with losing a lot of weight, it's not just food and exercise. I'm a living witness for that. So anybody out there that's struggling, that that's struggling, losing weight, traditional methods, have them tune in. Send this to them even afterwards. I always put my videos on YouTube as well, even though Periscope is saving them. But I put them on YouTube so people can comment and, kind of get back to me that way. Thank you so much for the hearts. Excuse me. So for me, I had a lot of pain. I had to go deeper, right, to figure out why I was just gaining the weight. It wasn't just I was eating the food. It wasn't just I wasn't exercising. I had a lot of pain. So whoever said it was emotional, indeed, it was emotional. So for me, I had to go deeper. I had to figure out, why was I in pain? And guess what? The pain for me was associated with my father's death. And I know you're like, well, what does that have to do with losing 81.2 pounds? Well, I'm going to tell you. The issue is that I had a lot of pain associated with my father's death, not just from a normal grieving process, because we all grieve, right? You have to grieve. There's the 7, I believe, stages of grief, mourning and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But for me, I was in the place where I was in pain, and my relationship with God, there was a breach. There was a breach of trust. Because I'm a believer. I've been a believer for a long time, was saved at like 12. Trusted God. I prayed for my father's healing, and God did not heal my father the way that I thought he should. So that created a breach. Now, what happened was, it wasn't that I was just openly defiant and saying rebellious and saying, God, I don't like you. I don't appreciate what you did. I just ate to numb the pain. Any kind of pain. Now, see, mind you, it started out with that pain for my father. And I want you to think about the pain being like a wound that doesn't heal correctly. And you just think that over time, because what happens? My father died too 27 years ago. I so resonate with this story. Deep pain. Wow. Well, I'm so glad that you tuned in because, I said, God, whatever you want me to say, however you want me to share this, I want you to use me to be a blessing to help other people so that they can overcome as well. So, like I said, think about pain as a wound that doesn't heal properly. Now, mind you, with wounds, you're supposed to, clean the wound, you're supposed to disinfect the wound, and then you're supposed to allow it to heal using certain things. Well, for me, I never allowed it to heal properly. I use food, I use bad choices in terms of not exercising, filling the void with other things. And what does that do? When a wound doesn't heal properly, other things can scrape that wound. Right? Scrape it, and then what happens? It scrapes it, and then it opens the wound back up. So it never really fully heals. And so for me, over the years, like I said, the pain of my dad's death, yes. But then over the years, I was a people pleaser. Low self-esteem. I didn't believe I was worthy of love. I didn't believe I was worthy of anything. I didn't believe I was beautiful. Rejection. I was rejected. See, when you try to please people all the time, what happens? You open yourself to rejection. You don't feel that you're worthy and you're valuable, so then you allow people to use you. So all of those things kept scraping on the wound, opening the wound. It would heal a little bit, scrape. So again, pain, and then what? More eating, more bad choices in terms of, I won't say bad, but unhealthy choices. Thank you for the hearts. Unhealthy choices in terms of not exercising. But again, in my life, I was doing other things to be successful. That's why I tell people, when you see somebody that's extremely overweight or overweight, period, don't judge them. Don't just automatically put them in the category of they're lazy, they are a failure, they're not trying to take care of themselves. It's more, I'm telling you, it's more than that. And the more you say that, the more you're scraping the wounds to have them dig the deeper holes. They are hurting. I'm telling you, if it's not a medical issue that's caused you to gain the weight, it pretty much is some kind of emotional or some kind of void that you're trying to fill with that. Just like people who are alcoholics or use drugs, right? They use it to numb the pain, to heal the pain management versus really healing it. So I'm spending a little time with this because before I get to the other 4 stages of what I actually did to lose the weight, this is crucial. And I want people to look at their lives and say, am I successful in other areas of my life? You're an emotional eater. See, well, that's a good thing to identify, Janice, because once you identify it, then that's when you can ask God to help you in that area so that you could take those emotions and have him heal them versus, with the food or with other things or whatever. So like I said, I'm spending the time here because for me, this was my epiphany. This was I call it my cry out to God moment, because until then, I didn't really, know how to do it. I kept dealing with the surface issues. And isn't that what we do when it comes to traditional weight loss, methods? We deal with the surface. We want to just hurry up, cut those, calories, no carbs, all of those kind of things, exercise more, but you never go deeper. And what happens? You start, you stop, you start, you stop. You never actually have a maintained, healthy lifestyle of weight loss because the wound just keeps getting scraped. So I had I call it, It's important to identify eating habits and triggers emotional eating habits. Absolutely. Because if you don't, always talk about get to the root. If you hear me talking about anything in life, because these are life principles too. This is not just about a weight loss journey. I call it my journey of transformation for life. Until you dig deeper, you're always going to be dealing with the surface stuff, and it's always going to be repeating. I call it going around the mountain. So my cry out moment finally was, and again, follow my blog and you can hear other stories. I'm just gonna, wrap it up so that we can kind of get to the other stages that I went through, is that I had a place of surrender. You know, when you're kind of sick and tired of being sick and tired. I mean, I was at a place where I had been suicidal. I had been in a place where I felt like, like I said, I didn't value myself. I wasn't worthy. And I'm married, okay? So it'll be 21 years that I've been with my husband together, and 19 years it'll be married this month, July. Can you believe that? He loves me. Very supportive, very encouraging, but I didn't feel I was beautiful. I didn't feel I was worthy. So you have all of those things, again, causing pain, right? So then what happens? But God is there. You're married to 21 years. Look at that. Look, Mag, this is I don't say a coincidence. I say there's no coincidences. There was a reason why God connected you here. So here's the thing. My moment of, I call it surrender, was that God continued to talk to me. Now, this is what I'm saying to you, okay? When you have a relationship with God, God's not going to let you go. Okay, as much as you want to run and you want to be not faithful, He's always going to be faithful. Okay, because He is faithful. He is love. But I had to do something. So, like I said, I identified the pain of figuring out that yes, I was dealing with this issue about my dad and all that kind of stuff, or whatever. And I had to make a choice. I had to say, you know what, I'm not going to I don't know, what I'm doing is not working. I'm coming to the end of myself, right? So that was my first, you could say, revelation. But the first thing that I had to do was I had to build intimacy with God. So yes, I acknowledged the pain, I identified the pain, but my first thing I had to do was build intimacy with God. There's no way that I could follow God's plans, follow His instructions, if what? I don't trust Him. And because of my dad's death, I did not trust Him, because I felt that he didn't, come through the way I thought He was going to come through. And I'm being honest, okay? How many times do we ask God for something? We think God, that's so good to build intimacy with Him, right? But so many times, Magpiz, and even other people that are watching, we say that we love God, we say we trust Him, but when He doesn't come through the way that we think He's going to come through, what do? We back up. Subconsciously, we create that breach, that void, and there's a disconnect. So the first thing I had to do was build intimacy with Him. I had to learn to trust Him again. I had to learn, and what I learned was that, you know what? Even though God didn't heal my father the way that I thought He was going to do it, He loves me. He knows what's best for me. He is good. He is faithful. He sent His Son to die for me. I had to relearn those things and really believe it, because you don't believe it. How can you follow somebody you don't trust? You can't. Just like in a regular relationship, with a loved one or a friend, you can't follow them. You can't be in a relationship with them if you don't trust them. Not intimate relationship. So that's the first thing I had to do. So, okay, I identified my pain. Hey, Ruzy Q. Then I had to build intimacy with God. And then the next thing I had to do, after I fell in love with God again, helped Him to really see that He really loved me, right? What did I have to do? I had to go and discover my freedom. The Bible says that who the Son sets free is free indeed. When we have a relationship with Christ, when we enter our relationship with Christ, we are free. And again, you're saying, what do all these things have to do with losing weight? Well, I'm telling you, all of these things are intricately tied to your weight. Because for me, I told you, the pain, drove me to the weight on the physical. The internal pain manifested physically with the pain, right? In terms of the pain of the weight gain. Okay, so when I built intimacy, this is the foundation of everything good. Absolutely, I believe it. So I built intimacy with God. Okay, then I had to discover my freedom. How did I discover my freedom? Having a relationship with Christ means you're free. Okay, it's done. Day one. It doesn't mean, I have to do X, Y, Z to become free. He said, it is finished at the cross. So I had to go back to the cross. Hey, Agris, welcome. And going back to the cross meant I had to put all that pain, shame, rejection, guilt, condemnation, low self-esteem, all of those different things, put it at the cross and take what God had done for me at the cross with his son and accept it. His acceptance, his love, his no condemnation, all of those things, right? Right? So I had to do those things, right? Then the next thing I had to do is, now that I know that I'm free, right? And those things that I don't have to accept the lies from the enemy to say that I'm not good enough and all those different things that I have to live in rejection. I had to walk in my freedom, take action, actually do some things. Now, here's the things where you would say, okay, LaKisha, what are you doing? You know, are you eating healthy? Are you exercising? Walk in my freedom. Absolutely. So as I was discovering my freedom, God was having me to trust him. So for me, discovering my freedom was a 40-day period where I had to, walking my freedom was a 40-day period where I had to actually do something. And it was to trust God by walking in freedom with him, meaning that I had to do something that I could do, trusting that he was going to do what I couldn't do. And for me, it was walking. I started out 40 days walking. Every day I did something, some kind of movement. If it was raining or whatever, I did some Zumba inside. So again, now you see how everything translated. I didn't just start out by saying, you know what, I'm going to get on the treadmill. I'm going to do 5 miles. I'm going to not eat any carbs, no soda, no this, no. God started me with where I was. And for me, I had been sedentary. I wasn't doing anything. So I had to start with doing something. And that was 40 days of walking. And doing like Zumba or whatever. And I was able to do it for 40 days. Every day I did something. Can you believe that? Okay, so the next thing I had to do after I did that was a way of me building my faith to be like, you know what, I can do it. He led you. You're so inspiring. Thank you. He did. And this is for you too. This is for anybody that's listening. Whatever God is telling you to do, he got you. He's going to lead you. He's going to guide you. Just like the children of Israel, right? Being led out of Egypt. They had to trust him in the wilderness, right? The 40 years in the wilderness, they had to trust him to know that he was going to provide food. He was going to provide shelter. He was going to provide everything for them. So for me, that was my 40-day experience. And then the next thing that I had to do after I walked in my freedom, it wasn't just enough because what? I had to go and conquer my dreams. Because me being able to walk in my freedom by trusting God, by doing some action, now I had to conquer my dreams. And that's where I'm at right now. I call it the phase of conquering my dreams, where I'm doing things I never thought I could do. Just like the children of Israel, okay, when they left out of Egypt and they walked into the promised land, they didn't just sit down and sip pina coladas and, put their feet up in a beach chair. They had to fight for every territory. And that's what God has me doing right now, fighting for every territory. And that's through my nutrition and through my exercise. So in terms of eating, okay, yes, I'm not, making the same choices emotionally as before, but it's no restrictions. I'm not focusing on what I can't eat. I'm not focusing on, now, I track my meals through MyFitnessPal, which is an excellent tool, but I'm not focusing on like, okay, well, you know what? I can't eat XYZ because that's bondage to me, for me. God is using the MyFitnessPal tool to help me to be able to be more mindful of what I'm eating and to make different choices. And I'll give you an example. Now, this weekend, how did you guys eat? Did you eat good? Well, I ate nice. I ate well. So, I had some chicken wings, and what else did I have? I had a burger. I had some garden pasta salad that I made, and I made that with like a Greek yogurt, some olive oil mayo, and some virgin olive oil. I mean, hey, Shermanita, welcome. So, it was, I would say, a healthy alternative to what I normally would have done. But here's the deal. When it came time for me to have dessert, I was like, well, what do I want to eat? Now, when I saw what my tracking of my meals were, I said, you know what? Nah, I'm already I was over with my fat content, I think, and sodium. So I was just like, nah, I'm good. So I was able to make a choice to say I wasn't going to, have a dessert or whatever. So you see that? Now, the old LaKisha I wouldn't have tracked anything. I would have just been like, well, who cares? I'm just going to eat because I want to do it. So that's what I'm saying in terms of me being able to change my mindset. Somebody mentioned that, change my mindset towards food. And then in terms of exercise, if you see my blog and you'll be able to see, July 1st, I completed a 30-day ab challenge. Never would have done anything like that. First of all, taking on a challenge, get out of here. I'm not doing that. I did it. I was able to accomplish it. God was with me every step of the way, every day, to do something I had never done before. Doing a plank for 155 seconds. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, I did it, but God was with me. Again, these are things that happened because it was a build up. I didn't just start out by saying, I'm doing these planks and I'm going to do it, because I would have failed. That would have been a setup to fail. But I was able to do it because God had helped me build the intimacy with him, discover my freedom, walk in my freedom, and now conquer my dreams. That's what I'm doing now. So that's what I'm doing. And yes, there is, changes, like I said, in my food, like I'm drinking more water, that kind of thing. Now I'm trying to figure out trial and error about my nutrition so I could burn more fat as I'm toning up, as, I'm losing the weight. But again, I'm not restricted because this is my life. Okay. So just as you have trial and error in your life about different things that you're doing, hey, you know what I'm saying? Just go with it. Be led by him day by day. That's what my thing is. One day at a time, one step at a time, that God is guiding me. So I just wanted to encourage you this way, because so many times, so many of us that have a lot of weight to lose and it's tied to deeper root issues, we don't go there. We automatically want to go to the fix. We want to talk to somebody who's lost the weight and say, how did you do it? And then, you want to zero in on the actions, whatever they did for food and whatever they did for exercise. Don't you know that God knows exactly what you need to do? He created you. So he knows exactly what you need to do to lose the weight. It may be different from me. He may have you, drinking water every day for 40 days to show you that you can drink the water. He may have you walking. He may have you doing Zumba. I don't know what, ask him. He'll tell you what he wants you to do, because he wants you to trust him. So that when he tells you to do something like a 30-day challenge, you may do it afraid, but you'll do it. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to just automatically build up to these things and do it and be successful without him. You have to have him in your life to help you be guided every step of the way. So again, go to my blog. You'll see all my pictures that I just posted. I even do what I call a visual representation. You need to build a closer relationship to God. First step. Absolutely. I say that. And if you need help, and anybody else out there needs help with losing weight, want to connect your faith with your fitness, for the ladies, I have a Facebook group, and it's called Faith, and it's an acronym, Fit and Inspired. No coincidence you found me. Thank you so much. It's no coincidence, Piz. It's called Faith Weight Loss Journey, and faith stands for Fit and Inspired through the Holy Spirit. And if you go to my YouTube channel, I'll post this probably later tonight. In the description, you'll see all the ways that you can follow me, and there'll be a link for the Facebook group that you can join. Okay, it's a closed group of ladies. All of us are on the same path, and you'll see. Now, when you come into the group, please introduce yourself, because now you may want to just kind of ease yourself in there, but I need you to introduce yourself, because I need to know that you're committed to wanting to be a member, and that, your motives are pure as far as joining. Because, a lot of people pray. You lost about 90 pounds, it's 363, now 274. Wow, congratulations. Yes, you can, and yes, you will. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Look you up, Gail. Absolutely. What an inspiration. That is a wonderful thing. Congratulations. So, like I said, I want people in the group that want to do these things. Now, how you do it and how you, interact or whatever, that's on you. But at least, I can pray for you. I can connect with you. And, you never know, somebody else. Just like how Piz got on this scope, Gail got on this scope. There are other people that may connect with your story as well when you share and you introduce yourself. So, Janae, okay, so here's the thing. Like I said, go to the group, join. Like I said, it's private. And I actually have these 4 phases outlined in the group that I just detailed to you, that you can actually go through yourself. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 4. Phase 1 is to build intimacy with God, which I told you I went through. Phase 2 is discovering your freedom. Phase 3 is walking your freedom, and Phase 4 is conquering your dreams. I have it all outlined. There's scriptures, daily scriptures, devotions, prayers, questions for you to really be introspective, to answer, to help you. And I'm here, and other people, the other ladies are in the group as well, to connect with you and to support you and to encourage you on your journey as well. So again, check out my Facebook group, Fit and Inspired Faith and it's fit and inspired through the Holy Spirit weight loss journey, and join us over there. And again, don't forget to check out my blog, subscribe to it, sharemyworldshow.com, comment and share. I want to know what you think about my latest post, June 2016 weight loss. You are an angel. Thank you, LaKisha. I give God all the glory, because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here on day 441. And I know some people say, why are you still counting the days? Because it's one day at a time. I'm not at my goals yet, but it's one day at a time. And I want people to see that, you know what, thank you so much. What did you say your name was? Janae. Because so many times I tell people forget. When they get to the other side, they've lost the weight or they reach their goals. Yes, they reach their goals. What do? They forget what they did to get there. Yes, praise God. All glory to him. I want people to know this is real. You're getting the raw and uncut stuff here, okay? It's taking time. Sometimes I get frustrated, and you'll see that if you go to my YouTube channel and check out my videos or my blog, check out my blog. You'll see, I'm human. I get frustrated. I want people to see that. This is not a easy road of, I lost the weight. No, it didn't happen like that. I'm releasing 441 days later. Yes, 81.2 pounds later. And God is good, because if I say this is how you know about faith. Faith, because now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, right? If I had known that it would take me 441 days to lose 81.2 pounds, what do you think I would have done? Well, I'll tell you what I would have done. I wouldn't have started. It's definitely a process. Absolutely, Janae. But I know me, and God knows me. And you know what? God knows you too. He knows that if you were to see all of the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, the turns, the setbacks, the comebacks, the whatever you want to say, the roadblocks, whatever you want to say, if you were to see everything that was going to happen to you on your journey to accomplishing your dreams, you would not do it. Because that's the enemy that will throw all of the things into your head to make you feel scared, or make you feel like you're not worthy, or make you feel, I say the D's, the discouragement, the defeat, the denial, the doubt, all of those things to deter you from doing what God's calls you to do. That's why he wants you to do it day by day. So this is, when I still track it day by day, it's my reminder. Trust him day by day. And it's a reminder for you as well on this process. Don't shortcut the process. Excuse me. Don't do it. I know we want to get to that place. Yeah, I want to get to that place where I'm this. But even then, I still have more work to do, because guess what? I'm here to help you. I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to motivate you, that because God is doing it for me, he could do it for you. So hold on to those truths. I went a little longer than I thought I would, but I'm happy that God gave me, again, another word to share with you guys to let you know how I did it. And again, for the ladies, if you want to join the group, just check out, like I said, my YouTube channel, and you'll see the link for it. And I'll process your request to join. So thank you so much for sharing my world. Again, sharemyworldshow.com. I appreciate it. Hey, yo, one bundle, welcome. I'm getting ready to go to check out the replay to get the details about how I did it. And so thank you so much for sharing my world. Now go and share your world with others. Be blessed.